Okay, so my name is Joe Scott Jr. I am the owner of the St. Louis Car Museum and also Scott Brothers Investment Corp., a real estate company, and then a variety of other companies. I guess better than 25 years ago, I'd always thought about opening up a car museum in St. Louis because there was not a car museum in St. Louis. And I thought if I could have cars here on consignment where you could come in and look at cars and actually go home and buy a car, have one available for purchase, it would be an interesting concept. When I bought this building almost 25 years ago, it was an ex-bowling alley. It was actually the largest bowling alley in St. Louis. And they had taken up the floor in the bowling lane, so I bought it when it was kind of stripped out. And I looked for 2 years for a building that had no center column supports, so you could maneuver the cars without worrying about columns. Well, if you look out at our museum, you'll see no columns. It's all free span, so you can get more cars in, park easier, and get the cars in and out without a lot of hassle. Because the whole building's air conditioned and heated, so all the cars are kept in an environmental situation that's the best you can have for a car. There's no humidity in here, and it's just about a perfect environment for a collector car. And a huge parking lot out front where you can have every day we have an over-the-road truck, car carrier trucks coming in and either delivering cars or picking up cars. So it had to fit that profile too. But it's about a perfect building for what we do. I don't think you can find better in the United States than this building. Well, we look at a car hard. When we buy a car, knowing we're going to sell the car to someone where we represent the best car we can possibly represent to you, the buyer, we look real hard from the bottom to the top to the engine to the workings of the entire car, one end to the other. And we check serial numbers and numbers matching. I mean, we're pretty scientific about any car we buy. We don't just inadvertently buy a car. It's got to pass a whole lot of tests that we've set up internally here to make sure that it's going to be as we represent the car when it comes for sale. I don't care if it's a 100-point award-winning car, has something wrong with it. Mechanically, most of the time, more than it would be cosmetically. You can see that part of it, but that's why we've built an extensive garage in the back here with 8 different lifts and detail bays and all kinds of manuals for working on almost any kind of car here. So we have to make the cars to the best of our ability run and drive and stop properly, basically. So it worked out real well. We had enough consignment cars when I first opened. We had close to 200 cars in here, and we did a pretty good job selling the cars. And then eventually I ended up having my own line of credits where we own 99% of the cars that are for sale here now. Well, the storage of cars is primarily the people in St. Louis. They're out of garage space, or let's say they live in nearby Clayton. They don't have any parking for a classic car or a special interest car. So we will allow particular cars that we like within the museum to be stored here by the month. So they pay a monthly fee for the car to be here. If they want to have it serviced, we can do that here for them, and pretty well take care of their car in a first-class situation. Throughout the United States, there's the Volo Car Museum up in Chicago. They started out as antique malls and started handling cars, and they were called the Volo Car Museum. There's various places throughout the United States that call it a museum that also have cars for sale within the museum. And then we kind of follow the same thing. We've been a museum for years, just that name, and then and again, we have toys here. We have petroleum memorabilia of all kinds here, and we just like it all. Pedal cars, I mean, it's kind of a variety of everything. And a lot of stuff is stuff I've collected in the last 40 years of my collection is throughout the whole building here. Yeah, there's a lot of those petroleum collectors, up the yin-yang. I mean, there's a lot of them like that, but in my case, if you even look at my office, I mean, I love the model trains, I love model toys, I love aircraft models. I mean, I'm a kid who likes likes everything basically. Aircraft memorabilia. I mean, it doesn't matter, but most of the people that like cars or love cars like the same things I like. So that's why I try to have a big variety of stuff for them to look at when they come here. So it's a fun place. People enjoy coming here, and the neat part is the inventory changes every day. I hate to guess the number of people we have throughout the United States and the world that look weekly to see what we've added to our list on either eBay or inventory on our website. So we have a large presence in the collector car industry.